Rodney the Voice.
Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is
Rodney the Voice. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Rodney the Voice.
Your Honor, this case is Zajac versus Anglano.
Thank you, Barbara.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Rodney the Voice.
Thank you, Keisha. Quiet in the court. Quiet in the court. Baby. Baby, they done gave Puff Daddy 50 months in prison. Time served. $500,000 fine. The people wanted him in that for 11 years. The maximum could have been 20 years. But the judge said, I'm going to go ahead and give the Negro 50 time served. You know, he better be glad it wasn't me. Because I would have gave the max. I would have gave the max. The max. What's the max I can give? 20? 20 it is. Go ahead. Everybody go home. And don't start out there hollering and screaming in my courtroom. If you want to, go trade places with them. If you want to, go trade places with him. What's up, Diva? If you want to, go trade places with him. Baby, everybody writing letters and talking about how good of a man he is. Gina. You know, I be trying to give the girls some understanding. I be trying to give the girls some understanding, but they lose me sometimes. You know, I don't want to speak out of turn when it comes to DV. But Gina, you were just on Tasha K's channel some years ago telling us how Puff Daddy was stomping and knocking your head between a full-size washer and a dryer just for you to turn around and try to make it seem as though somebody tried to make you say something. While you were pregnant with his child. That's what you said. Then you got Carisha, please. Talking about Judge, he's a good man. He's a good man. He's a good man. You heard the teacher from Florida who wanted him to speak to the kids she teaches. I need her fired immediately. I heard about that old stupid ass heifer. It amazes me how y'all don't want y'all don't want LGBTQ taught in school, but you'll invite somebody who you saw throw somebody around a hotel hallway. You have person after 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 person say how this man was with them, and you invite him to speak. to your children at a school, and y'all know what the gag was? That's not even the gag. The gag was Puff Daddy already had speaking engagements lined up for next week. Hey! So he just knew he was getting out today. He just knew he was going to walk outside that courthouse, go home, baby, get his Just for Men out the cabinet, dye his hair, dye his beard back jet black, dye his hair black, and baby, it was going to be all good in the hood. He already had speaking engagements lined up. Already. Girl, they had his outfit laid out, his Beijing ready, jet black hair dye, jet black, jet black, Just for Men, ready to go. Ready. Do you know? If that is not a clear indication that that man does not think that he is above the law still, I don't know what is. How are you in jail already planning speaking engagements and you have not even, like, girl, you don't even know what your sentence is going to be. So that should let you know right then and there that he still thinks that, oh, girl, I'm good. Now, you probably did a non-refundable deposit. Still, oh, scamming ass nigga. Girl, you know they probably did a non-refundable deposit. You know they did a non-refundable deposit. You hear me? Yeah. So all the work he got lined up, girl, now the people can't even get their goddamn money back. Non-refundable. You know, all I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this, and then I'm gonna be done with it. At least until tomorrow, because I'm sure some more stuff is. We'll probably be talking about this again tomorrow. We need to know who booked him. Right. I know they said that it was supposed to be. Let me have it. I have one of them right here. The Daily Mail said that. Hold up. He was basically going to be talking to like former inmates. So it would have been a way of showing that he's trying to give back to the community. It wasn't like he wasn't going to like speak to like, you know, hang out with Jay-Z. It was something to do with like ex-cons, people trying to get their life back on track. That was the type of speaking engagement, at least one of them that he had signed up for. But nonetheless, it was still a speaking engagement. And why would you sign up to do something when you don't even know if your black ass is getting out of jail or not? But to me, that just goes into him thinking that he's above it all. You know how they say, "Don't, girl, stop spending money that you ain't got in your checking account yet." Hold up. Oh yeah, here we go. Court documents seen by the Daily Mail show the mogul is scheduled to deliver his first class to 75 to 100 incarcerated people. Okay, never mind. Incarcerated people to teach business, life skills, and mentorship, and would follow the same program that he had been giving while behind bars. So that was one of the speaking engagements. Baby. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. And all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there. You can think what you want to think about Diddy. You can try to sweep it under the rug as if, oh, he was just being freaky. He was just being freaky. He was just being freaky. Why he ain't it? Why he's still in jail? Let him out of jail. When the other Diddies of the world get a hold to your daughter and your son, and the other Diddies of the world have your daughter sucking dick so much that she has sores in her mouth and waking up with piss in her mouth and fucking her while she's on her period, yeah, we're just gonna lay it out on the table today. We're not even gonna beat around the bush. And fucking so much to the point she doesn't want her medical records exposed in court. Drugged up and high so much that they've been fucking for 2 and 3 and 4 days at a time. When it's your daughter, we don't want to hear shit. Remember, they're just being freaky. When it's your daughter getting her head banged up in a hotel hallway and being stomped in a hotel hallway and being dragged in a hotel hallway, remember, she wanted to be there. And she could have left if she wanted to. And they were just being freaky. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that when it's your daughter getting her ass beat and sores in her mouth from sucking so much cock. Remember it. She's just being freaky. No one forced her to do it. She's doing it because she wanted to do it. Everybody out there defending Puffy, send your daughter over there right now to those other niggas. Since y'all don't have no problem with what Puff Daddy did, send your daughters over there in 50 months. Since you don't have a problem with what Puff Daddy did, send your daughter when Puffy gets out. Send her. And whatever happens, happens. Don't come down to the internet talking about how your daughter over there brainwashed. Don't come down to the internet talking about how your daughter being abused. No, 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 no. She not. She doing it because she want to do it. She over there because she want to be over there. And if we're gonna be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there. Half of the motherfuckers defending Diddy, they don't give a fuck about their children anyways. Because the same way they were sending their daughters over there to R. Kelly's, y'all gonna send y'all's over there to Diddy's. And I'm not gonna walk it back. Half of the motherfuckers out there defending Diddy don't give a fuck about their kids anyway, like the ones who sent their kids over to R. Kelly house and give a fuck about them. Yeah, not half, all of them. So that's all I got to say about that. Send your daughters over to Diddy house when he get out and let her go ahead and live her best life and let her get slutted and smutted and all of that stuff. Remember, don't forget, 18, you grown. And half of the time, these niggas not even waiting till the girls turn 18. They already lurking in the bushes before they turn 18. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. If somebody gets a hold to Puff Daddy's kids and does the same thing, remember this day. Remember, 18 is grown. Remember, they wanted to be there. Remember, they asked for it. Remember, they helped him. Remember all of what y'all said. Just remember it, okay? Just remember it. Don't walk it back. Don't change it up when it's your daughter. Don't walk it back. Don't change it up when it's your daughter. All right, y'all. That's all I had to say. So listen to this. Okay, can we talk? Can we talk? When I tell y'all, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are dragging each other's kids for filth. Can we have an honest conversation? We about to have an honest, I like to have honest conversations on my channel. And I like to say the things that sometimes the other people don't want to say. But I feel like this needs to be said. Yes, again. They went at it again. I was about to go live, but I was like, I'm just going to wait until tomorrow. So last night, Nicki and Cardi started going at it again. Nicki, of course, pulled the black woman card. So these are some of the things that Nicki said. Dear black women, I can guarantee you that hoe will never ever get on my net and discuss another black baby again. Well, Onika, we got to stop you right there. We ain't never heard anybody call it your net. Now, we have heard the people refer to the internet as Beyonce's internet. And again, I want to know when you're going to start tugging on Beyonce's wig. Because I want to see the beehive and the barbs go toe to toe. Because you ain't said shit. She ain't said a fucking thing. I think the most she said about Beyonce was she was a robot or some shit. But other than that, you sure staring clear of Beyonce, Onika. She ain't too motherfucking crazy. She tugging on everybody else with from Oprah to Gail to Ebro to the Breakfast Club, but you ain't mentioned Beyonce. The most you gonna do is post a picture of Beyonce and her husband, but you ain't gonna say her name. Say her name, say her name. Girl, say her name. Girl, don't hide behind no picture. Onika. You throwing like little digs by posting her picture with Jay-Z, but you ain't gonna say her name though. Say her name. Say it. Okay. Anyways, I can guarantee you that hoe will never ever call black women roaches and monkeys again. Someone had to do it. Now let me just say something. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you team Cardi, you're gonna be mad. If you team Nicki, you're gonna be mad. We're not gonna start changing up the rules because it's Cardi. Because when Erica Mena was down here referring to the girls as monkeys, we was tugging on her wig. So if Cardi got her ass down to the internet, calling the girls monkeys and roaches, we gonna tug on hers too. We can't switch it up just because it's Cardi. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Because if she knows the bee sting will sting her to death, baby. She said, it's funny how all the other queens stayed silent while she mocked my son for years. And then Cardi B responded and said, wait, I mocked your son? I posted my kids are so smart for being 3 years old spelling out his name because I was so proud of that and your fans started attacking my kid. Even my sister had to jump because why was Wave being attacked? And it's all because you and your fans are insecure about your own child so nobody can brag on theirs. Please bring receipts now of when I mocked your son. You're not flipping the narrative like you did in 2018. Bring the receipts out. And then she also put, always want to fake dear black women. Girl, shut the F up. Done beef with every black woman in the industry. Like, girl, who the F beef with SZA? Right. Girl. And you be, girl, now this girl, Cardi. I said, oh, Cardi smart. Cardi smart. Cardi trying to get the girls and boys riled up. Listen to what Cardi said. And you be slick throwing shots at Beyonce, the most unproblematic people ever. Always bootlicking a white girl. When she said, listen, and you be slick throwing shots at Beyonce. I said, oh, Cardi know what she doing. Cardi trying to get the beehive. Girl, she's trying to get them. She's trying to, girl, that was a dog whistle, girl. Girl, she's trying to get the boys and girls Girl, riled up. Oh my God. She says, you be flick throwing shots at Beyonce, the most unproblematic people ever, while always bootlicking a white artist's ass and posting their accomplishments while they ignore you. And let me tell you something. I say what I want, when I want. You don't stop shit here. Ain't nobody effing scared of you. Now, this is when it got real, real. Hold on. MAGA Barbie cares about the blacks when convenient. Thank you, make it make sense. Thank you so much. Now, this is when it got real, 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 real nasty. Again. Go. This is when it got nasty again. Nicki Minaj said, Dear culture, truth is, I did all of this for a bigger purpose, and one day you'll understand. You're a cute child, and lots of kids have a cute little funny looking gums. Bitch, what? Before they grow into all their features. One day you will see this, so I have to say I apologize as a child of God and queen of my community who look for me for integrity. You're an innocent child and don't deserve any of this. One day your mother, aunt, and many more will be brought to their knees for what they have said and tried to do to my young prophet, beautiful boy. Take care, my darling. This isn't who I am. And then and then Cardi came back. Girl. And then Cardi came back and said this. Are y'all listening to what are y'all listening? Baby, are y'all listening? I need y'all to listen for real. Girl, is this motherfucker on? Is it on? All right, it's on. Girl, this is a mess. And then Cardi came back and said this. Dear Papa Perk, when I tell you these bitches are dragging each other and each other's kids for filth. She said, Dear Papa Perk, I'm sorry that your mommy haven't cut you a birthday cake for the past 3 days cuz she can't take my success or happiness. One day you're going to grow up and I hope you understand when a girl says no, it means no. And you can overcome the pedophilia blood you inherited from your grandfather, father, and uncle. I said, bitch. I said, oh, girl. I said, girl, I gotta go. Girl. I said, I gotta go. It's time for me to go. Girl, I gotta go. Girl, I said, I gotta go. I gotta go. They doing too much. This is too much. They doing too much. Girl, they are doing too much. They are doing too much. Baby, they doing too much. I gotta go. Baby, I had to get up and walk around my house. Girl, I had to get up and walk around this small ass apartment, not house. Baby, this bitch said, one day you're gonna grow up, and I hope you understand when a girl says no, it means no. And you can overcome the pedophilia blood you inherited from your grandfather, father, and uncle. Please don't hate me when you grow up because your mommy rather give me more attention than she gives you. Hopefully, when somebody really cares about her, puts her in rehab, and gets her the help she needs to come out and read you a book. I said, bitch, what the fuck? So, baby, can I say something, y'all? Listen. So I want to. I asked a question. Girl, I asked a question online. And the question that I posed was, are kids off limits in war? And some of y'all might not like my answer. I want to play a clip from the Breakfast Club, okay? Well, Jess Hilarious and DJ Envy were interviewed by TMZ. So let's just take a quick listen Hey, cousin, I sent you a DM on IG yesterday. Thank you, Sandra. Girl, I'm bad at checking my DMs, but I'm gonna try to remember to check it. This is the interview that they did with TMZ on basically outside. And this gonna we're gonna bring I'm gonna bring this into what I asked.
We know in the past, Nicki's barbs have been quite, vocal and probably even showing up the places and harassing people.
They were quiet yesterday.
I'm afraid of the Barbs right now. You got to think the Barbs got to be between the age of 40 and 50 right now. So as soon as the Barbs get off of work, they're gonna be going.
It's usually the young barbs. It is the young barbs that be going in, but I ain't really been hearing that. Usually, they come in small comments with magically delicious emojis like that's trendy. But they've been a little quiet. They ain't really been saying that for real. But
Yeah, she right. The Barbs know that. Talking about people's kids often.
yeah,
And I think the Barbs have kids right now, so they understand.
Exactly.
Talking about kids is always off the table.
Has there been a heightened security, like added security, anything like that here? Any talk about you guys?
Yeah, so Jess is my security. So when I go DJ, Jess
Oh my
gosh, in the gym, like we about to go to the gym now. So Jess is our security.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for
I am cracking up. Well, is she banned like Birdman or?
Birdman's not banned.
Nobody's banned.
I don't know where that rumor came in that Birdman is banned. Birdman has never been banned.
Okay, so we cleared that up.
And Nicki has never been banned. I said I wasn't gonna play Nicki's music a couple of years ago when she was beefing with Self. That was me personally.
Right.
But not the station. We play Nicki's music all the time, and Nicki and Self squash out that beef. I play Nicki's music all the time. She's not banned. Nicki's invited to come up here. Nobody's banned.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are good. Everybody's good.
Everybody good.
Were you surprised to see that she shouted you guys out?
Shouted them out. She said, "Queens."
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah. Not you, right. You were left out. Wow, we didn't even peek that.
That yesterday. Today I might not be, but nah, I just hope she gets it together. It seems like Nicki's going through something, and I hope she gets the help.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked. I mean, it's like whatever. I'm shocked. That's the only thing she said. Just with the testicles. I like that.
That way you just had nuts.
Everybody know I got nuts and I drags them. I really do. So
I cannot.
I'm glad she know that. But I wasn't shocked at all.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much.
No problem, baby.
Ciao. Guys,
Okay, so this is my thing. When Nicki and Cardi started going back and forth, I'm not gonna lie and say that I wasn't gagged. Like I was shocked at the stuff that they were saying, especially when they brought the children into it. I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? But then, as I was saying the other day, after the shock kind of wore off, I was like, this makes sense. It does. I don't know why people expect to go to war with someone and then start listing rules of what you can and cannot say. I don't understand how in rap music you can say some of the most despicable things and brag and boast about bitches and hoes and sluts and brag about how you sold drugs to the community and I was a stripper hoe and I sold pussy and they say some of the most outrageous shit. But then when we get into a beef, oh, you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. If we're going back and forth and I know I have something in my pocket that's going to hurt you, then I'm going to say it. Because the whole purpose is to hurt you, not to hold off because I don't want to hurt your feelings too bad. We shouldn't be surprised that Nicki and Cardi are dragging each other's kids. They don't like each other. It's kind of like somebody doing a drive-by on your house and you expecting that girl, they're just going to aim for you. If the person does a drive-by by your house, everybody in that house can catch a bullet, including the children. I think what has happened with Nicki and Cardi, I think that this is the furthest we have ever seen it go with the kids. Usually the boys and girls might just do a little tap, 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 right? Like Kendrick might say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever. I'm sorry, Drake's son. Your daddy is your daddy." He ain't really said nothing about the kid, but he mentioned the kid, but he ain't really said nothing about the kid. I don't know why I'm doing this. He ain't really said nothing about the kid, but he mentioned the kid, but he ain't really say nothing, but he said something he really didn't. Remember when they told us that Drake had a son? So he mentioned the child to try to let us know that it was a child there in the picture, but I ain't really talking about the kid, but I want to bring the kid into it. I think this is the furthest we have ever seen it really go, where we have seen people like really drag each other's children. Like drag each other's children. Like I don't think I've ever seen this ever in life. Like two people, like they are literally, like they are dragging each other's children. But what do you expect when it's people who don't like each other? Why do we need to put these rules in play of, oh, you can't say this and you can't say this? If I don't like that bitch, I don't like that bitch. And if I don't like that bitch, I don't like that bitch. And if I got something right here that I know gonna hurt her feelings, I'm gonna say it. And if I got something right here gonna hurt her feelings, I'm gonna say it. That's the whole point of us getting into it. Not to be nice. Not to be nice. And if we just gonna be honest about it, who do y'all think is arguing? Michelle Obama and Oprah? Who do y'all think is arguing with each other? Who do y'all think do we see arguing with each other? You got Cardi, hood ghetto as fuck, who will fight somebody in the airport, who will send girls to beat up girls because of her trifling ass husband, who will be sitting over there 7, 8 months pregnant talking about drop the addy. You got Nicki on the other side of town, laying up with someone who has been convicted of rape and murder. Like, who the fuck y'all think is arguing? Why are we really surprised that they bringing in the kids? Look who is arguing with each other. It ain't like Beyonce and Taylor Swift got into an argument. Look at the girls who are arguing. Why y'all surprised they brought the kids into it? Yes, the kids are brought into it. These ain't no classy women. These ain't no women who believe in you don't go past this line. This ain't Mariah Carey and Jennifer Lopez. This ain't Patti LaBelle and Diana Ross. This ain't Whitney and Mariah. This is Cardi and Nicki. Right, I think this is Dominique Devereaux. Hood of the hood of the hood of the hood of the hood. I've been told y'all a long time ago. As much as y'all want to scream and holler, the kids are not off limits. And you know why the kids are not off limits? Because if somebody says something about your kids, you're going to reply more than likely about something about their kids, which means the kids are not off limits. I do think that Nicki started it. But that does not take away from the fact that Cardi still decided to engage. It's not like Cardi said, and I'm not expecting her to, it's not like Cardi said, you know what? I'm not even gonna do this because I don't even do the talking about the kids stuff. I'm gonna let this bitch just have it because I ain't even that type of girl. That's not what Cardi said. Remember how Dr. Wendy on the Real Housewives of Potomac said, I don't believe in violence. And when she was attacked by Mia, she really could have spazzed out and beat the shit out of Mia like she should have. But she didn't because she said, that's my stance. So even when it happens to me, that's still my stance. I'm not changing up. I'm not saying that's how it should be. I'm just giving y'all an example. Me, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not no Dr. Wendy. I would be more like a Cardi and a Nicki. If you said something about my child, I'm going to talk about yours. Kids are not off limits. Now, I might not bring yours up first. But if you bring up my child, I'm bringing up yours. Kids are not off limits. Kids are definitely on the motherfucking table. They are. If you talked about my children, I am going to talk about yours. The kids are not off the table. They right in the middle of that motherfucker, if you want to ask me. Girl, in real life, I hate to sound like a gutter snipe, but Cardi and Nicki are doing exactly what you are supposed to do when you are arguing with somebody. They are going after the entire bloodline. And I would do the same thing. Bitch, I just said the other day, if that white lady was online talking to me the way that she was talking about Jasmine Crockett, I would be tugging on her wig, her mama's wig, her daddy's wig, and her children's wig. Y'all be having too many rules in the game of war. And that's the problem. Now, if that's your stance, ain't nothing wrong with that. If your stance is a Dr. Wendy stance, where I don't talk about the kids, that's all fine and dandy. Stand on it, baby. I'm just telling you that if I had children and you talked about my children, I'm talking about yours. That's it. I'm not